Those who recognize the name of this game will no doubt be aware of the classic work of literature that this game is based upon. My first experience with reading George Orwell's 1984 was back in high school when I was about 15 years old. At the time, I was far too immature to appreciate its themes and ideas, but having reread it a few years ago, I'm now all too aware of the parallels that can be drawn with regards to today's world and the need for digital privacy. No doubt this game has given me an itch to reread the story sometime in the foreseeable future, but enough gushing about literature. Let's talk about the game. While the game Orwell can be played without prior knowledge of the book, the game makes a number of references that enhances the playing experience. Upon starting out, you are put in contact with your main correspondent, a man named Symes who also exists in 1984 by the same name, although with a markedly different personality. While I would love to point out other associations in which some are rather subtle, I have no intention of spoiling the story of both the book and game in this review video. The game puts you on the other side of the story in the book, where you interact with the surveillance system appropriately named Orwell. Your initial job is to survey a test case, a blue-haired woman present at the scene of a bombing, and through scouring various internet resources you collect snippets of information called data chunks in order to build up a profile of this woman. Later in the game, the Orwell system also allows you to listen in on conversations and to access individuals' computers. The game is noticeably linear as it takes you through the story, but as you progress, you'll have to make judgment calls on the information you feed into the Orwell system. People looking for a bit more interactivity will be somewhat disappointed with the simplistic point-and-click nature of the game. However, upon reflection, it is easily understood that the developers intended the game experience to focus on the player's emotions and its overall message. With that said, it would be remiss for me not to comment on the emotions I felt upon playing Orwell. While I do not have much of an opinion on mass surveillance or a country spying on its inhabitants, the game definitely put it at a level that I found myself feeling uncomfortable. I felt a certain pang when monitoring conversations, like I was intruding far too much into people's privacy. Yet, the game eggs you on to continue your research for the overall benefit of humankind. The music deserves a special mention as its innocent tones are pivotal to creating an environment that keeps the player engaged. Produced by Feeding Ear, the music combines electronic instruments to create a dark, ambient, and haunting atmosphere which juxtaposes against the bright and glossy visuals, creating a sense of artificial surrealism. One special point of this game is that upon release, it was revealed that there were 5 episodes which were to be slowly released on a weekly basis. This may seem like a questionable decision, especially if we add on the assumption that the whole game was finished upon release. However, each episode ends with the player being encouraged to log off and to get some rest, and as such the episodic nature forces the player to take a break to process the experience and the emotions invoked within. That said, by the time you're watching this video, you'll be able to experience all 5 episodes in one sitting, and there is nothing stopping you from doing so. I can only recommend that you take at least a day's break between episodes to achieve the same emotional effect. I have found playing Orwell to be a profound experience in which my own morals were called into question, where after each episode I would need to sit down and reflect on my experience. While minor criticisms can be made in terms of gameplay and design, these are at most preferential and should not detract from what the developers intended the game experience to be. I dare say the game has made me think more about the content I post on social media and makes for an extremely efficient tool to raise awareness of the need for digital privacy. As always, thank you for watching and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like these on Sundays. I'm always grateful for your support and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.